Patti, so nice to finally meet you. I've been following you, and we're so excited that there is some queer representation in Yearly Departed. But did you ever think that you would be delivering eulogies alongside Tiffany Haddish, Rachel Brosnahan, and Sarah Silverman, and so many more?
No, I really never, ever would have expected that. It's like so cool, and it's very dreamy and surreal. I mean, you know, I wish, you know, one of my favorites was there. I wish Jared from Subway was there. I love him. I love his work. So it was kind of a bummer that he wasn't there. In terms of making
the 2021 version.
Huh?
Yeah, he'll do the 2021 Yearly Departed. How's that?
Yes, that is absolutely true, Anthony. Seeing silver linings.
Did you get, and just to remind everyone, so, you know, there's a bunch of eulogies saying farewell to 2020, which we all agree is the worst year ever. Did you get a chance to have an input in what your eulogy talked about?
Yeah, so Bess was the head writer, and when they approached me to do the special, they had a topic picked out in mind for me, and I thought it was fun. So I was pretty excited about it, but they let me write like a lot of the jokes in it, which was really cool, and it was really collaborative, which was also like very nice because I'm by myself and not interacting with a lot of people right now, especially creatively. So to get to do that was really like nice, comfy experience to jump back into, because I guess I've been like, you know, trying to decompress and take a little bit of time away from like comedy and like working on like just like feeling stable emotionally right now in our Earth crisis. So it was like, yeah, it was just so nice to get to like have this fun thing that fell into my lap. That was so fun to collaborate on.
And I think that's good advice for all of our queer family out there. Yes, take care of yourself. You know, it's a crazy time. But I want to talk about that because without revealing too much, your eulogy it involves social media. And I know for you, you kind of took a minute away from it because of quarantine. What's your relationship with social media right now?
It's very specific. It is changing a lot. I think I've reached a point where I feel that the social media that we have, as we have it, inspires a lot of unhealthy behavior in people that gets like normalized pretty quickly. I think people don't like stop and question why they're like posting what they're posting, or like I think it's kind of eerie to like see these like trends happening across social media where I'm like, this is kind of a crazy way to behave, and I'm not omitted from that. I've like done things online or like jumped on things online that I'm like, oh, I wish I would have just like, you know, backed off or not engaged. And I think we're in a really specific time right now too with lockdown. Like I think people were already so dependent on social media, and then we went into lockdown. So it's like how people feel like still connected to everything. So as weird as it is, I've been trying to like really limit my time on social media in terms of how much I checked it before to how much I check it now, which can kind of be like a scary thing as someone who like, I think I've gotten a lot of opportunities as a comedian because of like my Instagram or my Twitter, just making jokes on it. So, but I think it's a good mental health self-care thing to kind of absorb other things outside of it and prioritize or like reshuffle my priorities a little bit, at least like where I get my happiness from, where I get my little dopamine boosts from. It's really easy to get them on social media, but it's like, I think a bit of a brain scramble. So I would say I think right now social media is doing a lot of harm.
True, and also good advice. But, you know, speaking of a dopamine boost, I think, you know, for you, you know, thinking back at the beginning of your career when you came to New York to do comedy, and now, you know, as a queer woman to be getting to do this with Sarah Silverman and, you know, these such heavy hitters. Like, what does that mean to you?
I think now a part of lockdown that has kind of been a silver lining is a lot of this time to like reflect. I think there was a time when I was feeling so depressed and like at the start of lockdown, I felt really uncreative and like and kind of beating myself up about it and feeling depressed about that and feeling like bitter or salty or like regret or like I don't think I'm unique in like, you know, kind of like looking back on things in this time, but I definitely reached a point though where I feel like really grateful and I feel really like excited and kind of getting back into, especially shooting the special. Like I had no idea what it was going to look like with COVID, and I was like very worried and anxious about it. But when I got there, it felt so safe. Everyone was being so careful, and there were so many guidelines, and it was like after the initial like of anxiety, I felt like super grateful to be back, and like it, like I don't know, there's been so many moments now. I feel like way more present in like how many opportunities that I've gotten to do that feel absolutely crazy. That the me like even like 3 years ago would be like, what the fuck? Like, that's so insane that you're getting to do it. It's like, I wish I could like pop back in time when I was like so bummed out and stressed out in New York and just be like, things are going to be really cool and nice. But even in those times, you're going to have moments where you have a hard time appreciating it because you're so in your head. So just don't be so in your head all the time.
More good advice. I love this. Was this the first eulogy you've ever delivered, or do you have experience in this?
Well, I have been to like a million funerals in my life, which is cool. Very humble brag. And so, but I've never gotten to be like the star of the show and deliver the eulogy at a real funeral, which I think is like messed up. And I think it's a trans representation thing. I think we need more trans people like me giving real eulogies. So I'll take, you know, a written one for, you know, an imaginary funeral for TV, sure, whatever. I don't give a shit. No, it was, I mean, I've given a lot of like, I think a lot of the earlier comedy that I was doing were like a lot of dirge-like monologues about tragedy that were not necessarily eulogies per se, but in the wheelhouse of emotions that go with that. So it was like a nice, I haven't, you know, performed like that in a while. So that felt really cool. But well, that was my first time in like a big funeral home set.
Well, I'm here for more of it. Thank you so much. Also, I'm also half Asian, so I was very excited to talk to you.
Oh, really? What?
Irish and Filipino.
Oh, cool! Wow. Yeah. A lot of white people ask me if I'm Filipino.
Hey.
Cool. My mom's Vietnamese.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So you're Vietnamese. Yes. But anyway, I have to wrap. But thank you so much for taking the time. It's so great to meet you, and hopefully 2021. Patti Harrison and GLAAD will do lots together, I'm hoping.
Thank you so much, Anthony. It's nice to meet you too.
All right, talk to you soon.